Are you hungry, boy? Are you hungry, boy?
This is Scooby's story, the story of a soul rescued from the hands of a man who once organized dog fights and was later convicted. Sadly, Scooby's journey was filled with hardships from the very beginning. For a long time, he lived in the shadow of fights, forgotten by his owner in a room where not even light could enter and where there was hardly any air to breathe. He finally gained his freedom, but because his owner's trial was still ongoing, Scooby was condemned to spend more than a year in the shelter. Both the abuse he had endured in the past and the long wait in the shelter deeply scarred his spirit. When I first heard his story, a fear grew inside me. I thought, what if everything he went through made him aggressive and hostile? But then my heart, as if crying on his behalf, whispered, what if he's only waiting for a chance? At that moment, I made my decision. No matter what, I had to give him a real life. Because I truly believe animals always deserve a second chance. They are born innocent. Any anger or fear they carry is placed upon them by our hands. As soon as the trial ended, I adopted Scooby. The first days were indescribably hard. It was as if he had cut all ties with the world. He was deathly afraid of people. He had shut himself down completely and refused even to look at me. He sat in a corner, motionless, as if he had even forgotten how to breathe. For the first 2 years, my only wish was to earn his trust. I waited patiently and moved forward in small steps. Each time, I whispered to him, "You are safe now." We prepared a small, safe space for him at home. At first, he never left it. It's hard to believe, but for months he didn't make a single sound. He didn't bark, whine, or growl. He was buried in silence. That silence slowly ate away at me, and my ears longed to hear even the faintest sound. Perhaps every sound he had ever made in the past was punished. Perhaps that's why he had lost his voice. But I wanted to show him, here, speaking, barking, and expressing life was safe. For months, I encouraged him at the slightest sound. Sometimes I gave him treats just to help him build a little courage. Slowly, he began to find his voice again. Now he barks from time to time. Not often, but whenever I hear that sound, it feels like the first bird singing at the arrival of spring. As if a friend who had been silent for years had finally begun to speak again. I gave so much effort to Scooby, but even today, he is not what society would call a normal dog, and that doesn't bother me, because he doesn't have to be. The fact that he can still stand tall despite all the darkness of his past already makes him, in my eyes, a walking miracle. Today, nearly 9 years have passed. Now, he trusts me. Sometimes he barks with joy, sometimes he jumps with excitement. To see him like this, that is my greatest reward. We go swimming together, we take long walks. And every day I am filled with gratitude for being able to touch his life. Because in truth, Scooby's rescue also became my own. We became each other's heroes.